Good evening. I am Dr. Georgia Hale. I am the Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. To our distinguished faculty, staff, and administrators, graduates, parents, family, and friends, welcome to the 104th Commencement of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, as we honor the spring and summer 2021 graduates from the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, and the School of Education. Please stand and join music student Nicholas Ford in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I am pleased to introduce those who are seated on the platform. If you'd stand, please, and remain standing until the last person's name is called. Dr. Teresa Riley, Chancellor of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Dr. Linus Yu, Interim Dean of the College of Science, Engineering, Technology, and Mathematics. We got that wrong. Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Dr. Margaret Tanner, Associate Provost and Director of the Graduate Program. Dr. Norm Dennis, Senior Associate Dean of the College of Engineering at the University of Arkansas Fayetteville, who will confer the degrees on those graduating with baccalaureate degrees in engineering. Dr. Janet Renwick, our commencement speaker. Mr. Chris Kelly, Director of Marketing and Communications, who will read the names of the graduates as they walk across the stage. Let's appreciate these guests. I invite Dr. Linus Yu to the podium to introduce our speaker.
Good evening. This is my honor to introduce our guest speaker tonight. Dr. Janet Renwick joined our UAFS faculty in 2006 as a professor of computer and information science. She teaches computer programming, human-computer interaction, and supervise students' research. A graduate of Indiana University, Dr. Renwick has published several articles. She is the 2021-2022 chair-elect of the UAS Faculty Senate and is also active in the Fort Smith community. Let's welcome Dr. Renwick.
Thank you, Dr. Yu. Hello, graduates, family, friends, faculty, and platform honorees. We gather for a momentous occasion in a difficult time. One of the wonderful things about graduation at UA Fort Smith is how extended families and friends come to share in this event. As we've added ceremonies over the years, the crowds just kept getting larger. So I know that this being limited to 4 tickets has been difficult. When Dean Yu asked me to speak, my first thought was, me? What do I have to say? And then I thought about the roughly 40 graduation speeches I've listened to over my 25 years in academia and realized I didn't remember much from any of them. I remember the politician who lamented how his pet project had been canceled by a subsequent administration. I remember the business leader telling graduates that they would have to fire people from their jobs and it wouldn't be so bad. I remember one having everyone get out their phones and take a selfie. And I remember the audible groan throughout the hall when one speaker started out by saying, I want to share 30 things with you that I've learned in my career. I don't have 30 lessons for you. I promise I'll keep it short. Graduation is a time for us to look at the past, the present, and the future. When you look at the past, be grateful. When you look at the present, be kind. And when you look at the future, be bold. When you look at the past, be grateful. Be grateful for the series of events that brought you to this place in your life. I'm not going to say be grateful for all things. Quite frankly, I'm not grateful for COVID. But I am grateful that we've learned Zoom works pretty well for some meetings. And it's amazing the technology that Grandma can figure out when it's the only way she has to talk to her grandchildren. She may need a little help, but she wants to talk with the grandkids. We all learned in the midst of a pandemic that we can do hard things. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I wasn't grateful for cancer, but I was grateful for the mammogram that found it, the research that developed drugs to fight it, and for the many family and friends I didn't realize that I had that were there to help me through it. I'm also grateful to be returning to in-person classes this fall. One of the things we've learned yet again through this pandemic is that person-to-person connection is still important. I don't ever want to teach to little black boxes on the screen again. Be grateful that you have survived this pandemic. It's been hard. Some of you have been ill. Some of you have lost friends and family. Be grateful for the skills and knowledge you've developed while here at UAFS. Expect to keep learning. Realize that you've completed your degree, but you haven't learned everything you need to learn. Science advances, and there's always more to learn. You can be grateful, however. Many of you have taken your last final exam. I hope that you will look back at this time of COVID and study and recognize your resiliency. And remember, you can do hard things. Be grateful. When you look at the present, be kind. We need more kindness in our world today. Every religion, from Christianity to Islam to Sikhism to Zoroastrianism, has the principle of the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Let's all be kind to others without worrying about helping them too much. If we help someone too much, chances are good that that person may be able to help someone else. I've helped out at our local homeless shelter, and while there, you see kindness every day, and it's not just from workers. These people that have very little can be very compassionate and kind and helpful to each other. This includes being kind to yourself. Find things that you enjoy. Life should not be all work. When you need help, ask for it. But don't expect the answer to always be easy. Sometimes the answers are very hard. But remember, we've learned this year, we can do hard things. About 20 years ago, I had a bad semester. It was awful. The students didn't like me, and quite honestly, I didn't like them very much either. You can probably still find some evidence of it on ratemyprofessor.com. I had to seriously consider if I was going to continue in this career, so I asked for help. I went to faculty that I admired, and I sat in on classes. And I realized I had taken the fun out of my classes. I was taking myself and everything too seriously. It just wasn't fun. I remember one colleague having a bad lecture day. Things did not go well. She literally stood at the door with the trash can and told the students, "We will have a do-over at our next class," and had them throw their notes away. I realized I had to learn to be kind to myself. Find an activity that you love. A few years ago, in the midst of cancer treatments, I told my physician that I was experiencing dizziness occasionally during my yoga classes. He said, "Maybe you shouldn't do yoga." I looked at him and said, "I'd rather be dizzy than crazy." So I learned to deal with it. I'm a little slower going upside down and getting back up, but I still do yoga. Find the activity in which you can care and nurture your own body. Be that friend that someone else didn't know they had when adversity comes. Reach out and be kind. When you look at the future, be bold, but realize that bold actions consist of many, many micro steps. At age 30, I sat down and realized it was time for me to go back to school for my PhD. I had always wanted to teach at a university. In order to do that, I had to go back to school myself. A year and a half later, I was studying at Indiana University. But in that year and a half, there were many days of studying for the GRE and the GMAT, of making phone calls requesting application materials, of asking a professor about their grad school experience. I always asked, "Who else should I talk to? What other recommendations do you have for me?" I ended up applying to one school, Indiana. I didn't realize at the time how selective they were. Then I started classes, and for the first time in my life, I was in the bottom half of my class. In fact, I was the bottom half of my class. That year, they admitted 2 students in information systems, and I was the bottom half. But I stuck it out, and 4.5 years later, my title was doctor. It was a bold step, and one I am so glad that I made. It's given me the honor of watching you graduates make many micro steps toward your own bold accomplishment today of graduating from college. Bold accomplishments are the culmination of many smaller acts. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Helping to improve our political system starts with the micro step of registering to vote, followed by voting and getting involved, maybe helping on a campaign, and for some of you, maybe even running for office. We have all accomplished something new this year. We've survived a worldwide pandemic. We're winning battles against this pandemic, but there are still battles to be fought. If you can, get your vaccines. It could save your life, or your grandmother's, or your child's. My hope is that in the coming years, when faced with a challenge, we can come together and say, "This is easy. After all, we survived COVID-19. So when you look at the past, be grateful. When you look at the present, be kind. And when you look at the future, be bold. This is an event to mark the completion of your college degree. Each of you has completed a major accomplishment. You're graduating. Congratulations. Today is also called commencement, as in the beginning of something. You're beginning the rest of your life as a college graduate. And in that life, remember to be grateful, be kind, and be bold. Thank you.
Graduates, before you come up on the stage to have your name called, there are a couple things I want you to know. You'll stop here and you'll give your card to Chris Kelly. He will call your name. Then you will proceed across the stage, stop where Dr. Riley is at the center of the stage, and have a picture made with her while you're holding your diploma cover. After that photograph, you will go down the ramp, and at the end of the ramp, you'll have another photograph taken before you go back to your seats. Okay. Stop here, stop there, stop down at the end of the ramp. Okay? We understand that these photographs are important to you and your family. So if you feel comfortable doing so, you may remove your mask as you enter the stage. Keep it off until you get to the bottom of the ramp, have your second photograph taken, then please replace your mask and proceed to your seat on the floor. Will the graduates for all degrees in the College of STEM, the School of Education, and the College of Engineering please rise? Chancellor Riley, each graduate standing before you has completed a prescribed course of study as defined by the faculty. The names of those graduating in absentia are listed in the program but will not be read. A number of graduates completed their studies with a grade point average of at least 3.6. Bachelor degree students who achieve this honor are identified by a stole inscribed with the seal of the university and a white tassel on their mortarboard. Associate degree graduates are identified by a cord with the three colors of the university, navy blue, white, and maroon, and a white tassel on their mortarboard. The honor status will be read or announced as the students go across the stage. On behalf of the faculty of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, it is my pleasure and privilege to present these graduates for awarding of technical certificates, associate degrees, baccalaureate degrees, and master's degrees.
With the concurrence of the UAFS faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas System, I confer upon each of you the certificates and degrees that you have earned with all of the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates. Graduates, you may be seated.
I invite Dr. Linus Yu and Dr. Margaret Tanner to come forward for the hooding ceremony of our master's graduates.
Graduating with a Master of Education, Robin Jean Elaine Lott. Graduating with a Master of Education, Chelsea Shea Pugh. Graduating with a Master of Education, Brianna Jeline Cootie.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Education graduates.
Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and earning cum laude honors, and accompanied by her mother, Dr. Janine Chitty, Associate Professor of English, Lauren Justine Chitty. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology with teacher licensure and earning cum laude honors, along with academic excellence for biology with life science teacher licensure, Katrina L. Fisher. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience and earning academic excellence for geoscience, Samantha M. Barnett. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Logan L. M. Pearson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Tyler Manley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Wyatt Allen Philpott. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Israel Perez. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Jordan Ashley Hill. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Skylar Renee Reitman. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Andy Chuk Wen. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Gary Johnson III. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Dalton B. Kesner. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Bethany Ann Warrington. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, John Preston Lyles. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Mathematics, Joseph Braxton Stubblefield. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Biochemistry, Lena May Luff. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Elizabeth R. Seward. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and Chemistry, Diana Jacqueline Garcia Becerra. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and earning summa cum laude honors, Miles Mason. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Megan Pabis. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and earning summa cum laude honors, Emily Page Thomas. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education and earning summa cum laude honors, Angeline Danielle Walker. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning summa cum laude honors, Ethan Brooks. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and earning cum laude honors, Katie Jean Roush. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education, Taylor Lachey Youngblood. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Biochemistry, Jeannie Patricia Brown. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and earning summa cum laude honors, Jacob W. Burton. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Maya Huang. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning cum laude honors, Leslie Denise O'Neill. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and earning summa cum laude honors, Elizabeth Michelle Nose. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, earning summa cum laude, cum honore, and academic excellence for elementary education, Allison Renee Wadley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, earning summa cum laude, cum honore, and academic excellence for mathematics honors, Sarah Elizabeth Watley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Whitley C. Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Tice Devon Yarborough. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics with teacher licensure and earning magna cum laude and cum honore honors, Stacy Janelle Bynum. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Catherine Anna Renee Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning magna cum laude honors, Zachary D. Wolf. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Philip Grant Hampton. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, David Wyatt Goodman. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Philip G. Jansen. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Geoscience, Edward P. Ruark. Graduating with an Associate of Science in Engineering, Jonathan Richard Lamb. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Garrison Cole Thompson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Caitlin Brooke Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education and earning summa cum laude honors, as well as academic excellence for middle childhood education, Jordan Lynn Blackman. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education, Alexis Nicole James. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Victoria Alexis Meeks. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and earning cum laude honors, Laura Beth Still. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Alicia Renee Frisky. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Coleman Gann. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Elias Torres Quevedo. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Jacob Harmon. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Caitlin Lindley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and earning magna cum laude honors, Bailey Leanne Sessoms. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Kelsey Danae Porter. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Middle Childhood Education, Morgan Cheyenne Redding. Graduating with an Associate of Science in Engineering, Ryan Trevor Arnold. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Payal S. Patel. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning cum laude honors, Brandon Salazar Romero. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning magna cum laude honors, Nathaniel H. Fox. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and earning cum laude honors, Holly Page Hodge. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and Chemistry and earning summa cum laude honors along with academic excellence for biology, Harrison E. Jenkins. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Leslie Gale Holland. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Candace N. Janders. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Autumn Leanne McKenzie. Graduating with an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Lydia Lee Jackson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and earning summa cum laude honors, Mackenzie Lynn O'Kelly. Graduating with an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education with distinction and academic excellence for early childhood education, Araceli Garcia Reyes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Jordan Lorene Broden. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Biochemistry, Herbert Luis Flores. Graduating with an Associate of Science in Engineering, Erica Starr Autrand. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Jake R. Summers. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and earning summa cum laude honors along with academic excellence for information technology, Renee T. Fisher. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Biochemistry, Alexis T. R. Fangsaban. And earning cum laude honors. And graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, Brandy Lynn Lorenz.
Please join me in congratulating the graduates from the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics and the School of Education. I invite Dr. Norm Dennis to the podium.
I'm proud to present these College of Engineering candidates who have completed the requirements for a degree in either electrical or mechanical engineering. Their freshman and sophomore courses were University of Arkansas Fort Smith courses, and their junior and senior level courses were University of Arkansas Fayetteville courses taught on this campus. These students completed their engineering program through a partnership between the University of Arkansas Fort Smith and the University of Arkansas Fayetteville. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, Chancellor Joseph Steinmetz has conferred upon each of you the degree indicated on your diploma, with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. Congratulations.
Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Carlos Lemus Perez. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Brent C. Miller. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Jacob Edge. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and earning academic excellence for mechanical engineering, Jose Manuel Sanchez Lira. And graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Michael Alexander Rayleigh.
Please join me in applauding these graduates from the College of Engineering at the University of Arkansas, Fayetteville.
Graduates, please rise. I invite you to move your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. As you entered the arena this evening, you were given a card with a pin attached to it. This pin is given to all UAFS alumni. It symbolizes your induction into the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Alumni Association. Wear it with pride and know that you are now a part of a community of over 47,000 alumni all over the world. Will members of the audience please join me in one more round of applause for these graduates? You may be seated. We will conclude this commencement celebration with our alma mater. The words of the alma mater may be found on the second to the last page in the virtual program and are also displayed at the front and back of the arena. Please rise and join Nicholas Ford as he sings the alma mater.
All praises sing to the school we hold dear. A part of our hearts will forever be here. Your banner of wisdom our future will guide. The friends that we cherish at our side. Let our song ring out for the white and blue. To you, a Fort Smith, we will ever be true.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening. Graduates, you will be dismissed by individual rows. Please remain at your seat until directed by the commencement staff. Guests, please leave your seats as your graduate exits the arena and meet them outside. I declare the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics and the School of Education ceremony of the 104th Commencement of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith adjourned.